So again, I was probably talking for about, I don't know, half an hour and forgot to turn on the actual recording so you can hear the audio. But, however, what I was speaking about was that, I hate when I do that. We've been waiting, we're in the market, and all of this right here, in fact, there's so much I meant to say. All of this right here is just, we're going to look at this as the midpoint. We don't touch this midpoint really, except if we're just messing around with our scratch pad, right? This is our scratch pad. And here we just take trades that we want to get the itch out of our system, right? The accounts we're going to be building is, we build our Nadex account, right? And we build our BET online account. Our BET online account, we're going to build that $2 at a time, right? So take 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, so forth and on. $2 at a time, really $1.60, 80% at a time, right? And our Nadex account, you already know how we do that. We'll be doing spreads on there. We'll be doing some longer binaries, and we'll also get into Oanda and do some Forex stuff. But all that is to be said is that when I'm looking at this market now, I'm waiting. I don't trust the longs at all, and that's what I was talking about without any audio. So I'm waiting for the market to actually get down to this point, if it actually does, and we'll be happy to take a trade down at this area instead of up here. If I take anything up here, it'll be sales. I just had a ticket up just to show you, when you with the service, the follow me service, you will just, I'll just be showing you, you know, different trades that you could be getting into, like sort of like I'll pop it up like this one, right? This one might be a pretty decent one. I'll put the parameters in there for you, and I'll look at it, right? I'll be like, all right, you know, something like this is pretty good. So I would, something like this you probably go into this, you probably be all right. I'm rushing it right now because I already showed you one, but here's another one. You could probably just go in that. You know what I'm saying? I would wait kind of until it got a little, one mic would fit probably lower, but I'd have sent you into something, you know, kind of like this. You know, this is type of setups that you'll be looking at. So we'll be actually training, you know, in the IMtheSIGNAL, but we'll actually, you'll be following me where you'll be able to jump into trades as they come up. I'll show you trades, just like this one. I'll just show it to you, like here, Val, this one we're going to get into, right? Or this one you can get into. See, I don't get into every trade because I don't want to do that. That's not how I trade. I slowly build my account up, just slowly. I don't take 1,000,001 trades, but just like I showed you on the last ticket, right? Look, here's another one that you could have went into, and I'm going to show it to you as we're training. So as you're learning what this magic box is all about, as you're learning what these Enrico's rifts and historic lines are about, you'll be actually being able to jump into trades, all right? Like I told you, we're building up our Nadex account. I just take probably one trade a day for myself, but I'm going to show you where you're going to get high probability trades, and you could take the trade. So we build that account. So anytime you see me in this account, right, you know that's going to be real deal, like Holyfield. We looking to really, you know, get that trade. That's a very high probability trade that we're going into, right? Very high probability trade if I'm in the Nadex account, right? If I'm in my BET account, that is most likely a good probability trade. Not as high as the Nadex, because you can risk more with this. You risk less with this. So I could do medium size, medium trades with this, medium probability. But I want to build this account, so I'm going to be doing trades that I feel are good trades with this, accurate trades. All right. Anything that we just want to get out of our system to see how it looks or works or whatever, we're just going to be messing with this account right here, because we could do dollar trades or whatever in a demo account. And I just like how this groove moves, you know, how the interface looks. So whatever. This is, when you see this, this is a very low probability trade. So don't take any trades with any real money when you see me on here, right? But if you see me on Nadex, you see me bringing up the ticket here, you know it's real deal Holyfield. You see me on the BET online, it is what it is also, real deal Holyfields. Bite your other ear, right? Use it for a souvenir. Right, here's our market again. We've been looking at this area for the, you know, long period of time. Like I said, this is a point of interest right here, because if you look, you got two Enrico's rifts, kind of almost back to back with each other, right? Kind of back to back. Hold on, I'm sorry. Okay, that's my man. That's my man Thomas right there. Great trader right there. All right. Between these two historic lines, these Enrico's rifts, right? That was these points of interest because they're so close together. I thought that was, you know, it would be definitely activity contained in there. But I didn't want to move my magic box. I wanted to keep my magic box down here where it's at, because I really I'm looking down here because I prefer buying. So I'm looking actually down here and waiting for the market to come down to me. I want the market to meet me, like meet me on the corner. Meet me on the corner of 180. You know what I'm saying? Meet me on the corner and we'll handle it. So that's what I'm waiting for. There was a lot of little, I guess, I think early on, another video I was giving this as I'm always looking to sell in this area. So I believe I shouted out a sell if you're on your either your Nadex spreads or if you're in Oanda. You would probably you would have hit your stop. But that is actually cool because your stop was only like 4 pips away. Right? If you made your stop 10 pips away, you probably, I don't even know if you got hit yet, because we was at, your stop would have probably been 66, 32.66, 32.76. Your stop might not even been hit, depending on if you made it 10 pips. If you made it 4 pips, you probably got hit, but I think you could go back in, right? I wouldn't say you couldn't go back in. Maybe I put my stop maybe at 78 or 76, right? 76, and if I go in now, I'm at 66, 10 pips there. Or if you want to buy, you could come in here on the buyer side of this, have a close, what's it? This is 60. This is like, no, this is 59 if I buy there, and this is 65, 66. So 7 pip stop. So either way, your stop is close. Any side you want to pick on it, right? We can't really pick a side yet because there's not any real confirmation about which side that the market wants to be on as far as with this line. You see, it's been above and over this Enrico's rift. Once it does this line is kind of disqualified and disrespected, right? So we can't trust it as far as to just trade off of it like that. We can still look for the reactions around it, but not for the money, because I'm not really sure. I'll wait for a confirmation. I say my take on it is I'm looking for it to drop. So I would be still selling here because I'm buying down here. Right? Doesn't have to happen that way. And if you notice, we're not in the market yet, right? Because we haven't got that type of confirmation yet, right? But you can get into the market now and just wait for the trade to develop, and your stops are very close. So any profit that you get is going to be well worth it, because it's going to be much bigger than whatever your stop is, right? Almost double. Almost double. It's only almost double, or at least 1.5. All right. So we're just watching now. We'll pause the audio because, like I said, we got to wait for the market to get where we need it to get to. So let me pause it. Like I said, I'm always going to bring this up for you, show you a possible trade that you can be getting into while you're in the follow me service, right? We'll be looking at it. Right now, I saw this at 52 go down, went down. So I'm like, oh, I don't know about this one, so let me turn this off. And I'll turn it off for you, and we'll go back about our business. But we'll be looking, see what I'm saying? We'll be looking at the market to see what we could get, where you can get in at good, prices. Where you get in at something good. Right here, like this one, you could get in at 83 real quick. If you were fast enough, probably you could have got in there, and you'd be pretty good with that. You see what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't have called this up though, but I would have showed it to you just so we could talk about it. I wouldn't have done it because it was so late in the binary. I don't like doing that, but I would have showed it to you just like I am now. So this is how we train and we trade, right? And this is what we'll be doing. This is what we'll be doing. I'll be picking up about 25 new students because I only could have but so many at one time. But we have about 25 new students, and we'll be doing this every day. It'll be a monthly subscription, and you'll be able to, at a point, be independent in the market. You won't need me. I'm not doing this so you need me and stay dependent on me. This is about you being independent of me, right? As I said, you pay a monthly subscription. You pay money for this because there must be blood all the time. That's why you lose money in the market. It's because there must be blood. So you got to sacrifice. You have to have some level of sacrifice to get this information and to get it the way you need to get it, right? Because you will get this information. You can try to gather it up from my videos. You gather up all the pieces are there. I pieced the whole puzzle together, right? But it's difficult like that. It is difficult like that, and you never really get anything until you sit down with someone and really be able to go over it, over it, over it, over it, over it, over it, through it, through it, through it, again and again. So it's just how it works. Just how things that actually are profitable work. Let me put that out. Let me make it that clear. Things that are profitable work this way. Of course, you can be studying and focused in the wrong direction so long with this trading. Like, you could spend years and years just, you know, batting away at it just in the wrong direction. Wrong direction. It's not until you sit down and look over someone's shoulder, sit on the mentor's lap, and start recognizing his emotional makeup and the way his vision is in the market, and couple that with all the other videos and trainings, and then you start to glean some insight into the language of the market, like the verbs and the adjectives and the nouns. Like, you'll start to understand the actual language of the market. It won't just look like scribble. Like most people look at this is scribble, right? This is all just scribble. 85% of people are just losing money in the scribble. Other 10% of the banks, they know exactly what goes on, and they know they're going to rape you as much as they can, because they feed their family off of your fears and emotions. It's like Freddy, right? Feeding on your fears. That's just what they do. And they educate you in fear. It's all a big system. Trust me when I tell you. So you have to be part of the 5% that understand that as a retail trader, we can't do what we want. We can only do what the market allows us to do. When we just want to do what we want, that will result in losses. And if our objective is just to be profitable in the market, then hey, we have to do the profitable activities all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. It has to be such a level of consistency if you want to make this a career, anyway. I'm still seeing they looking strong, right? Them bulls looking like they want some smoke. They look like they want smoke a little bit. Let's see. Bulls looking like they want that smoke. What it look like on the 1 minute? They acting like they want to smoke. I don't know though. I just don't know. Let's take a peek. I'll probably put you in this right here. I'll probably put you in this. You'll be in there a little while, but you'll be all right. You'll most likely be all right. So yeah, we always usually could just wait. That's why I wait so long sometimes, because usually you just wait, you still get like around the price that you was looking for anyway. So, and then you don't have to sit in there and your heart be fluttering and your heart be, bubbling, going crazy. Like this one, I would have had you in there all early, I guess, if we just ran in there early. But that's why we wait, though. That's why we wait. You see what happens if you don't wait on these, you will always get, kind of smoked out and you really get smoked out. Like right now is good. Now is good. Let me see the price level actually. Yeah, now you got a good price level going on, so you could kind of jump in there and be good. Like anytime I get in there early, it's going to be some problem because I don't really like to go in there early. So forgive me for that. Plus 70, that 67 is shaky anyway, really. Like I said, anything we do, we're going to get a little lower. But this line seems to be holding up a little bit, though. It held up a lot more than I thought it would, anyway. Held up a lot more than I thought it would. A lot more than I thought it would. I thought they would mess around with this line and just bounce off quickly. They actually just stayed in this. That's why I said this whole area was really fascinating, because with the double lines, they really just stayed within this. So my box was actually probably better purposed up here for this price action, like I said. But I really want price down here, right? So if you wait to see when I go in the market, it'll probably be down here, right? I recommend some good stuff, but I ain't gonna go in until it meets where I want it to go to. You guys seen enough now, I think. You know what it's all about. I'll leave some links and everything in the description for you, right? So you can actually, when you're ready, come see me. Let's start getting into this market deeply, all right? So Enrico Janko, I'm the Signal. We're powered by the mighty Team Alliance. Sometimes I'll be just watching and trades look just juicy. And just look crazy juicy, you know? Just a juicy, juicy trade. You know what I'm saying? Like 65 is kind of juicy. This is juicy right here, I think. But let's see. We're going to wait till the time go down, though. Right? We'll wait till the time go down. Let me see if I get my pen going for you. All right. Yeah, now we got our pen out. 65 is juice. I like that. Let me see what it do. Let's see. Let's see. We ain't gonna hang around no more time. We're gonna go into that one. I'm not even going to hang around no longer on it. I'm just gonna go in for it, and you will be in there for the next minute, right? And this is how the service kind of goes. I just show you the trades, and it's up to you. You can take them, but I'll be training you on why we're taking these trades and why this trade is a good trade or why this is a bad trade, and so forth, and why this trade might be much more high probability than that trade, right? And then you'll be able, since I tell you that information, you'll be able to actually make your own choices. So you're learning all this, but you're also learning your choices, how to make your choices also. All right? So that's just kind of how this is going to work out. All right? After it's over, I'll probably just erase it like this for you, so you won't have to see it. All right, go back and click that, and we're back to what we're doing. And I show you that one because it was juicy, like I said. I show it to you because it's juicy. It's a juicy, fat trade. So something like that, I'm going to tell you, yo, wake you up real quick. Yo, you can get into that if you want to. And then you get into it, you make yourself some money, then what happens? You're back to training, right? You're back to looking at the charts again, training, looking for other opportunities, right? And if you want to be aggressive, then when the next opportunity comes in, I'll show the next opportunity, you have a shot on that opportunity. You see what I'm saying? That's how we do. That's how you do I do the follow me service. That's how I get it cracking. Let's go. All right, I think you guys seen enough now. You pretty much got it now. Like I said, I only came back because that trade was so juiced up. All right, so I'll see you real soon. I'll leave links for you. I'll leave links for everything. So you make your choices, make your picks, make your decisions. Come see me. I am the signal.